Ladies and gentlemen, the flight to New York is now on boarding.
Hey friends, and welcome back to the vlog. This is a very exciting week because we are in New York for the week, and we've very kindly been invited out here by Spotify, hence why the background and everything like that, because I am just about to do an interview with the CEO of Spotify, Daniel Ek, and it's pretty sick. He doesn't do many interviews, but Spotify have just unveiled a new announcement that they are now officially going to be supporting audiobooks, which is pretty cool. So last night, they invited us to their kind of announcement event, which was absolutely sick, with loads of photos. There was tons of free food, some good drinks, the whole shebang. And then Daniel and the rest of the team came on stage to talk about kind of this audiobook announcement and what it means for authors, what it means for publishers, what it means for subscribers to Spotify Premium, which is kind of cool. And then afterwards, there was a cocktail party where there was even more free food and drinks and stuff. I got to meet a couple of authors, and then also there were 2 live performances. One of them was from Alicia Keys, and that was absolutely freaking incredible.
It's getting kind of crazy, 'cause you are taking over my mind. You're in New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. Nights will inspire you. Hear it from New York, New York.
I'd never seen her perform live, or I'd only ever heard recordings of her songs, but like, you don't realize how absolutely amazing someone is until you hear them live and you realize, oh my God, this person is so sick. So that was incredible. And now today we are here in the studio, and yeah, got the interview with Daniel in about 40 minutes. The challenge with this interview is going to be an interesting one because Daniel basically just wants to talk about audiobooks. And I want to get some insights from Daniel that will help people build a life they love that can apply to our listeners. So there's going to be a little bit of a balancing act with the interview, but looking forward to it, and we'll see what happens.
Hello.
Good. How are you doing? How are we doing?
Very good. What about you?
Love it. And Danny, if you wouldn't mind sort of sitting forward and sort of, yeah. There we go. Nice. Yeah, if you can bring that forward.
I don't schedule as much things as you think.
What are some ways that solo entrepreneur can start thinking about tackling these hard problems?
There aren't a lot of high quality people spending thousands of hours thinking about how to solve a certain problem.
How do you think about this balance between the analysis and the thinking versus actually just doing the thing?
If you even start something, you're better than 99%.
You know, we've got a team of 13 people, so every week we've started a thing where 9 a.m. on a Wednesday morning, 1 hour, everyone's on Zoom, Slack is off, everyone has a pen and paper and notebook and just thinks about their area of business.
Most of my weeks are pretty empty. I usually have 1 or 2 things in during the day, and the rest of the time is time off.
If you had to give one piece of advice,
stay curious, be focused on learning. The biggest investment you could do is in yourself.
Daniel, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Amazing. All right, here we go. We'll do a couple of thumbnails very quickly. Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you. If I could ask you to just look straight at the camera. Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Is that the book? That's the book. For you very much. I'm going to write a little message and sign it.
Please sign it. I really appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah, of course.
This is for you.
Thank you very much.
And should we just get one pic for Instagram and then we'll...
Yeah, of course.
Oh, so cute.
Alrighty, we've just wrapped the interview with Daniel. What a great guy. That was so fun. He was like very gracious, good vibes. I gifted him a little copy of my book at the end of it and wrote a little message and signed it for whatever that's worth. Maybe he'll read some of it and enjoy the book. By the way, if you haven't yet pre-ordered the book, there'll be a link down below. Please can you pre-order the book because it helps us get onto the bestseller list, which would be lovely. That was a really fun interview. It's always nice to speak to people who are like at sort of multiple levels above where I am in terms of like success and all money and all that kind of fun stuff. But realizing that they're just like normal people as well. Like he also struggles to maintain like work-life balance with like a family and kids and stuff. And we talked a bit about personal productivity. We talked about the Spotify audiobooks thing, obviously. We talked about his advice for entrepreneurs. That was interesting. You know, we talked about informational, behavioral, and analytical advantages. I hadn't come across that framework before, so I really vibed with that. Well, one of his things was that the biggest mistake entrepreneurs make is that they don't think enough. And this is a realization that I've definitely had recently, because I think I have too much of a bias to action, to like just doing stuff and just not actually thinking about it. Whereas his view was that you can have an absolutely huge advantage in almost any space, but just spending thousands of hours thinking about how you might solve the problems in that space. And most people don't spend anywhere near that amount of time thinking about how to solve problems. Anyway, cool interview, that was good vibes. Now we're gonna wrap up everything in the studio, chuck it all back in the suitcase, and head back to the hotel. And then the rest of the afternoon is pretty free. I'm having dinner with some friends in New York this evening, so we're gonna do some more writing. Next week is our batch filming week for trying to film 15 videos for the YouTube channel or something absurd like that. And so there's a bunch of stuff I still need to prep for that. And yeah, it's gonna be a good day, but very good vibes at Spotify HQ or Spotify offices in New York. Let's give it a go. Good for the vlog. Lemon, all the way, sparkling, pour. Nice. Alrighty, so we are here at the offices of Celadon Books, which is an imprint of Macmillan. And it's great vibes. We're getting to meet Rachel and the rest of the PR and marketing team that's behind the book. By the way, if you haven't yet pre-ordered the book, please can you pre-order the book, because it really helps us out, feelgoodproductivity.com. If you're in the US in particular, we need more hardback pre-orders. So if for whatever reason you're in the US and you can bring yourself to pre-order a hardback copy of the book, that would be absolutely lovely, because that helps us for the New York Times bestseller list, which is the thing that we're trying to shoot for. But this is just a cool place. There's like books everywhere, it's a good vibe. It's very different to the Spotify offices. You can definitely appreciate the difference in budgets between like tech companies and publishing companies. But in a way, these are like really nice and cozy and great vibes, and there's books everywhere, and it's super cool. So now we're gonna kind of roam around, get some B-roll, get some pictures holding up the advanced reader copies of the book, and yeah, we'll take it from there.
All right, I'm ready.
Whoa.
No, I read it.
Whoa. It's a secret room.
Oh, that is very cool.
Do you mind if we just take some pictures with books and stuff around the place?
Wonderful.